हेलो एवरीवन। हमारा आज का टॉपिक है एबनॉर्मल मोलर मास एंड कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टीज। आप जानते हैं कि जो कोलिगेटिव प्रॉपर्टी है वो डिपेंड करती है नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स पे, और नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स इंक्रीज होने पे डिक्रीज होने पे ये वैल्यू चेंज होती है। एंड वी कैन आल्सो मेजर द मोलर मास by measuring colligative property, but the condition was that solute should be non-volatile and non-electrolyte. But suppose that solute is electrolyte, it undergo dissociation or association, then what will happen? Then the observed value of colligative property will be different from the expected or theoretical value of the colligative property, which we calculate by the formula given earlier. Suppose we have 1 mole potassium chloride. It will give 1 mole potassium ion and 2 mole Cl negative ion. So in this solution, although we have taken 1 mole KCl, but if it is 7% ionized, then number of particles will be twice, that is 2 mole, in which 1 mole is potassium ion and 1 mole is chloride ion. So the value of colligative property will be almost twice of that which we expect by the theoretical formulation. And if we calculate the molar mass of KCl by this colligative property measurement, then we find that the molar mass of KCl will be less than the actual molar mass. Although molar mass is a fixed quantity, it cannot change, but the molar mass that will be calculated by measuring the colligative property, that will be different from the actual molar mass. So it means if there is a change in molecular state of solute in solution, then the molar mass which we measure by measuring the colligative property will not be actual or real. It will be different from the actual, and we call it abnormal molar mass. So you know that, for example, we have taken delta TB, which is given by Kb into Wb into 1000 upon molar mass of solute and gram mass of solvent. So in this case, delta Tb depends on number of particles. You can see here, if this term increases, then what will happen? Mb we calculate by this formula, that is Mb equal to Kb into Wb into 1000 upon delta Tb into Wa. So if the value of delta Tb increases because of dissociation, then Mb will be less than the actual molar mass. And if we add some solute, if solute undergoes, suppose that association, then number of particles decreases, and this decrease will cause a decrease in delta Tb, and that's why the molar mass which we calculate by this formula will be more than the actual molar mass. So in both cases, when solute undergoes dissociation or association, the molar mass which we calculate by measuring the colligative property will be different or abnormal than the normal molar mass. Now, Wand has introduced a factor to correlate this anomaly, and he find that Van 't Hoff factor, which we show by I, is given by normal molar mass upon abnormal molar mass. Now it is the actual molar mass, and it is the molar mass that we calculate by using the colligative property. It can be also written in other form, which is I is equal to observed value of colligative property upon theoretical or calculated value of colligative property. So, if solute undergo dissociation, if solute undergoes dissociation, then what happens? Number of particles increases, and because of increase in number of particles, the observed value of colligative property will be greater than the theoretical value of the colligative property. That is, in this case, I will be more than 1. And if solute undergo dissociation, in that case, number of particles will decrease in solution, and because of decrease in number of particles due to association, the observed value of colligative property will be less than the expected or theoretical value of colligative property. So in this case, if solute undergoes association, then I will be found to be less than 1, because the observed value of colligative property will be decreased due to decrease in number of particles because of association. And if solute does not undergo any change, if no change in molecular state of solute, then the both, that is observed value and value which is calculated, they will be same, and in this case I will be equal to 1. So now we can change those formulas of colligative property by using I in this way, that delta P upon simply in this manner, that observed value of colligative property that is, we can say experimental value also, that experimental value of colligative property will be equal to I into calculated value of colligative property. So we can write here that relative lowering of vapor pressure delta P upon P naught A, it will be equal to I into mole fraction of solvent delta TB, now written here I into KB into molality, delta TF will be equal to I into KF into molality, and osmotic pressure I it will be equal to I into CRT, yeah, I into N upon V mole per liter into RT. So by using this factor, we can say, or again can say here that this value, it is the calculated value of colligative property. This Kv into molarity or Kf into molarity. So if we calculate first the value of colligative property by calculation and then multiply it by I, then we can find the observed value of colligative property. But this term is found experimentally, not just by calculation. And it is not always twice of the formula of electrolyte. Suppose we have NaCl, if it undergo 100% dissociation, then we have twice number of particles. So if we take 1 mole, then the effective number of particles will be 2 moles. And then we can make I equal to 2. But it is not always. Suppose that it is only 80% ionized, then in that case I will be less than 2, although more than 1, but less than 2. So by finding the degree of dissociation or degree of association, we can find the value of I theoretically. How? See this? Suppose we have a electrolyte B. In solution it undergoes and decomposes to give n particles of C. Now B and C are not same. So in this case, from 1 mole of B, we are getting n moles of C. But this n mole will be only when we have 10% association. Suppose that it is 10%, 20% ionized, yeah, simply alpha is the degree of dissociation, then only alpha particles will be ionized and we get here alpha particles of N. So in this case, total number of particles in solution will be equal to 1 minus alpha, means particles on that side plus particles in this side, alpha into N. If you sum this, we have 1 plus alpha into N minus alpha. Alpha can take in common here, so we have 1 plus alpha into N minus 1. Okay, this shows the total number of particles after dissociation. 1 plus alpha into N minus 1. Now, the I is given by number of particles after dissociation upon number of particles before dissociation. So before dissociation we have 1 mole and after we have 1 plus alpha into N minus 1 mole. So I will be equal to here, it will be alpha into N minus 1. or we can say here that alpha into n minus 1 is equal to I minus 1, or alpha will be equal to I minus 1 upon n minus 1. So by this formula, if we know alpha, we can find the value of I, and if we know I, we can find the value of alpha. 5 out of, we have taken n moles of A, it undergoes association and forms AN type molecule. So n is the number of particles which polymerize to give a single molecule. In this case, alpha will be given by I minus 1 upon 1 upon n minus 1. So by this formula we can use in calculation to find out the value of alpha, and also if you know alpha, you can find value of I. So that's all for today. Next time you will see numerical problems based on colligative properties. Thank you.